Hi viewers, the main team here. Welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 4, the Ragnar. And yeah, I'd say you're getting your money's worth. It's funny because, well, whatever. Anyway, I think rather than money's worth, what I meant to say is to put aside lame jokes and point out that, hey, this has turned into a pretty nice warring game, which you might have had doubts of when it was a mass Taoist love fest for most of the early game. I'm probably pretty close to the point where I could win diplomatic victory now. Let's see here. No, I don't care to enable any of these. Go away. Oh, I love how workers auto-airlift themselves in times of peace. Sometimes it can get really annoying, but other times like this, when they come to clear improvements or they automatically move to captured continents to take care of things for you, that can be a nice touch. I gotta say. I'm not always upset with everything this game does, just a lot of it. Okay. Well, that's not a bad initial stack on Victoria. She doesn't have advanced flight, I checked. So, while she's pretty much completely superior in terms of all land capabilities, we're talking like mech infantry. She doesn't have modern armor yet, but she's getting there. It's not going to matter because her air power is on par technologically with mine, and I have a lot more of it. And really, naval units, after industrialism, they really don't get a whole lot better. I mean, they get better in a sense, like they take on new roles and can do a little more. But you don't get a higher than 40 strength that you get from a battleship. It's just matched by the missile cruiser. And the stealth destroyer, also 40. So nothing really special there. And then, attack subs are like 30. Pretty much all that stuff's just on 30 or 40 for the whole game. So as long as you have some air power to cover yourself out there, or missiles, or really anything, nukes are obviously the best, but nukes have a bit of a double edge to them. Anyway, as long as you have anything like that, you're in pretty good shape, really. With just battleships and destroyers, especially since destroyers can see submarines. So you don't have to worry about the stealth aspect. I find it kind of interesting that, okay, here's some redemption. Anyway, I find it interesting that World War II destroyers can see modern era submarines. That's not remotely realistic at all. But it's there. You take what you can get in this game. Oh man. It really took a lot of hits from my fighters to punch through that. But we're still talking 97, 96, 95% odds. I'm just not afraid of mech infantry anymore in this game. I used to be afraid of getting a little behind, but in this, really you can fight from behind in any game, any era, and do decently. But especially in this era, it's just crazy. Like, nothing really gets more effective than World War II material for the most part. You might as well quit industrialism if you're just fighting for domination. Well, let's move on to the next city, which I guess is Coventry. Mass war declarations. I don't think Roosevelt will break free unless she caps. Colonies are pretty stout. Oh wow, this Marine's held for a turn. I am thoroughly impressed. Because that's the one thing that's really hard to do is hold a foothold on an enemy continent like that. Usually you can just keep beating on them until they basically give up, though, which is almost as good. Continually capturing cities until they just run out of units to retake them. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good time to land on the only other inland city she has. Oh, I did not mean to take my super medic off. Well, it's still like the last thing in the world to defend, so... Oh, I see. She split her attacks off between these two cities. That wasn't too bright. Yeah, I mean, this is the real deal here now. Like, she's fighting with just about every late game military unit that's available and still losing horribly. Of course, she gets a revolt that... There we go. It's a little more like it, Vicky. At least fight better than Boudica did with, like, rifles. Oh, I'm not giving up much, leaving the infantry behind here. And then I'll just chuck a couple of these guys. And dump the rest back onto the boat. Easy, easy, easy. Oh wait, did I give Toku? There we go. Yeah, now that I have some vassals too, namely Toku, really. He'll have upgraded all his ships, so I do have some wandering AI support. Oh, and Pakal's whatever's left of his navy will wander around beating on enemy units too. Retook London for a turn. Look at that, man. Screw off. I have no respect for your mech infantry. Do I need to bombard this? I do not. Okay. 97, 98, 98. And all of this is due to the fact that a lot of these Marines are veterans. So they fight more effectively too. Just because they're well promoted. But the majority of that is from the air power. If you want to fight effectively in this game from the water, late game with amphibious stacks, just abuse air power. That's really the way to go. It's amazing, as you can tell. I might as well garrison my interior here. Because those are the biggest pain to take back if I lose them. I wonder what kind of city this is. Kremlin, rock and roll, UN. Ooh, capturing rock and roll is nice. Pyramids, in case I want them. Ha, I got the mids, guys. I got the mids. Oh no, I got the mids. The 1920s AD. Never really did look at this city either. Wow. Just wow. That was a good city I took from Boudica. Oh, Bismarck's building casings. Anyway, I think I've decided on the victory condition here, viewers. Not that there was much doubt exactly of how I was going to go about achieving it, but I think I'll go for a straight-up domination here. I think that'll be the most fun way to close it out. Plus, I'm really not that far away. Probably after Victoria, just capping someone else or even taking them as peace vassals would probably be good enough. At this point, I'm really pumping enough military. It'll go rapidly rather than with difficulty. Wow, she won't talk yet. She's like, no, I'm more advanced than you. I won't talk to you in war. I won't make a deal because I have mech infantry. And you don't. We're up here, and you're down there. Family Guy is awesome. Fishing boats has been pillaged or destroyed or whatever. I don't even care. Like, there's no way I could possibly defend all like scattered seafood on this map. Oh, that's why my buying is getting cheaper too. I have the Kremlin. Well, okay. Next part, I will finish taking apart mainland Victoria and maybe Oliver. See you then.